Hi all.
Hey Lloyd, how are you?
Hello, Noah. I'm good. I'm good. Hey, how's your internet so far?
I'm fine, thank you. Listen, your idea on the S&P 500 really worked out, right?
S&P 500. What was my idea? I also forget what did I say. Shit.
It was fine.
Oh yeah, 500. Oh now I remember. Went low at the low of the weekly bar, right?
Exactly. With the low of the Ricky bar. Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't take it though. But I mean, but it's working out.
Wait a minute. Why is I I I took that trade? Why is it not in my screen? Oh, I had TP. Okay. Oh right. When I told you I would take at the first lower high and probably scale in at the break of the bar.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me about it, I was looking at my chart, and that's when I told you that. That's when I told you that I was waiting for that exactly that retest of the previous weekly low or high. I don't remember, but yeah, I mean, it's massive winner right now. So
Yeah,
kudos.
US 500. Oh yeah, why did the Aussie plunge? Just happened like
Ah,
an hour ago.
yeah, because I mean, because the U.S. dollar is rallying. The U.S. dollar is up about I mean the DXY from low to high is up about half of a percent.
Mm, I see.
Yeah, I think we're live. We're live, right?
Yes,
Uh,
we are.
Hello everybody, how's everybody doing? I apologize for not being here to yesterday, but my internet connection was awful. I mean, I couldn't get my charts on, I couldn't get on Zoom, but I am here. So let me grab the screen. I'll start with a couple. Yeah, I'll start with a couple of very important price action strategies that I have right now. So, Lloyd, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the U.S. dollar. Um, this zone right here on the DXY, this is the U.S. dollar currency index, right? I always have this on one of my screens, global equities and the DXY. And during the beginning of European trading, the US dollar just started to rally hard, started to rally really hard. Um, and I mean, if you see my screen right here, this zone is where I mean, on Monday, where I mean, on Monday, the DXY was trading around these levels, right? So I mean, what I mean, what I mean, my plan was to wait for that rally to that zone and look for sales on the US dollar, right? Because fundamentally speaking, fundamentally speaking, I'm still very bearish on the US dollar. But this candle, I mean, this is a 3 hour candle. I mean, I'm going to put on the 4 hour chart. This 4 hour candle right here, this 4 hour candle is so bullish. I mean, and it broke with a massive level. And not only that, but it broke with the immediate structure, right? So, what I did is that I flipped. This is something that I do that I don't do very often. I mean, flip on my ideas, but I did. So I went long on the U.S. dollar. Um, Yeah, I went long on the US dollar, on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. And you know what, Lloyd? I wanted to talk to you about, I want to see what you thought about this, because I have this position from last week. I have a buy on the US dollar, Singapore dollar from last week. I think I got in on Friday or Thursday last week, and I'm still holding this buy. And you know, this on Sunday, I don't remember who was it, but I mean, someone was talking about that, uh, that the level here, this level was super low, and that we could have some intervention to push up the exchange between the US dollar versus the Singapore dollar. When I heard that on Sundays, on Sunday's show, you know, ATW Sunday show, I mean, I was really happy with my long position, right? But what do you think about this?
I don't know whether was I the one to talk about it because there's only two Singaporeans on the Sunday show. Just me and Alexis. Is I don't want to talk
Alexis,
about it.
Alexis was the one that was talking about that,
There should be
right?
Alexis. Fundamentally, she'll be.
Yeah, and she was talking. Hold on, let me put on the daily chart. She was talking. I mean, and she was talking about. I mean, the Sunday show is around 4 a.m. Um, here
Your
in
time.
El Salvador, right? So I'm not. I never watch it live, but I always watch it, right? And she was talking about these two levels, okay? About this zone right here, and I mean, and I was watching the show, and what she was saying, make I mean, made completely sense about the intervention, to avoid the exchange between the US dollar and the Singapore dollar to go below the 134.50 to 134, right? That I had no idea about, but when I heard her, I mean, when I saw that, when I saw the show, it made completely sense. So instead of taking profits here, I'm just holding it.
Oh, Orlando, I think that's a very. I think if you look at a weekly chart, you'll be very clear why Alexis was talking about that level. So
Yeah,
if you flip over to the weekly charts, since 2018, price has not been able to reach that level.
for a while. Just look at this. You know, just look at this. Yeah, for
Yeah.
a while. I mean, the last time that the price traded below this level was in June 2018. And yeah, this, I mean, this is the reason that I was looking for this level for buys, right? First of all, this, but what struck to me was this. I mean, this is the weekly, right? But
Mhm.
this, I mean, this price action right here, I mean, this just boom all the way up. Again, that could be just no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is just a US dollar push, but yeah, it might be a Singapore dollar devaluation heavy, right?
So, fundamentally, I don't know what causes that, but looking at the chart, I think this would be a good trade to hold for quite some time.
Right. I mean, I completely agree with you on that. Let me just delete this, hide it, right? Because I mean, Uh, let's talk about this. I mean, let's talk about this trade, for example. I mean, this exact trade. Right now, we are looking at some very bullish price action, right? And I mean, I'm just going to delete this because this is the weekly, right? But
Mhm.
I do believe that the next really hard level to break for bulls is going to be this, right? You agree?
Yep, that would make sense.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah,
near
that
the
makes
top of the channel also.
exactly, exactly. But I mean, but we're talking about I mean, 133 pips or 1% from where we are trading right now, right? But if we look, I mean, if we look at how price just explode from this level on yeah, December 2019, January 2020, right? um I think that that the probability of price testing these highs is pretty high, right? We are, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen when price or if price gets here, but let's imagine that price does gets here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, the probability of a mean pullback also is pretty high, right? So I mean, and just talking about trade management and how you take profits and how I mean how you manage your trades. What I do, I mean, what I do is when I see these levels right here, like this one, which is a super strong level, and actually I hadn't seen that level until now that I put on the weekly chart because I mean, this is the first time that I look at the weekly chart on the US dollar Singapore dollar since I took that since I took this trade, right? But really, we don't know what's going to happen here because I mean, if we look at historic price action, I mean, this is where big buyers jump into the market right here. And this is, and when price broke to the downside, this is where sellers were positioned to protect this level, right? So
Yep.
it exactly. It's, I mean, it's super logical that sellers are going to be placed here, and there's going to be a lot of sell orders racked
Why not?
up at this level. I'm sorry.
Why don't I show you something which may augment your trade idea?
Go ahead, grab the chart, mate.
Yeah,
Grab the screen.
this was actually something which I wanted to share with you yesterday.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
Go ahead.
since you are here, and we are talking about USD, I think this is an appropriate time to share it.
Yep.
So, now we are all at October, the election period. So, this is something which I actually chanced upon at the internet. So, I just had a look. So, what happens is that 4 years ago, 2016 October, you can see the DXY rallied
Uh,
from October to November. So, I mean, we'll take it as November US rallied. So, 2012 US also rallied all the way till November. I mean, there was some rally. I wouldn't say this was a very strong rally, but overall it's green.
yeah.
So 08 October, you can see very strong rally.
Wow.
Then so actually you can keep scrolling all the way back. Generally speaking, 1 month before the election, USD tends to have uh, positive gains. So I think there are grounds for USD to rally all the way to probably mid-November.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It's incredible that you're showing me this right now because I mean, I did. I mean, I saw exactly this um, on the weekend, because, and we're looking right now, I mean, right now we're looking at the monthly chart, which is the perfect time frame to do the analysis that you just did, right? Because I mean, if we do it on the 4 hour chart, I mean, we're just going to see some noise, and it's going to be horrible. But the thing, Lloyd, is that I saw that on October, and the rallies at the end of the year on the US dollar. But do you think? But what do you think? I mean, this election is like no other election in modern history in the United States. And you know what? If you remember, I mean, if you remember when Trump won 4 years ago, equities crashed, the US dollar rallied, right?
For a short while, I think for about 2 months, or is it a month thereabout? Or am I wrong? I thought it was
I'm
only
sorry.
for a short while.
What did you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
So I thought the equity fell for only about a month or 2 months there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. And yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, no, equities actually just fell for a couple of hours before
Okay.
they picked up. Right when it was announced that Trump won. But the thing is that I don't. I mean, when and I was talking, I was talking with Ash about this, and 4 years ago, I was in front of my charts during that period, but I did not felt comfortable enough to take a trade. Right now, I do, but the thing is that I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, if Trump wins, I don't know. I don't know the reaction of the market. If Biden wins, I don't know what. I mean, I don't know the reaction of the market. I mean, what do you think? I mean, what do you think is going to happen with the U.S. dollar, for example, if Biden wins?
If either, truth be told, it's either Biden or Trump wins, I think USD will still going to weaken. Simply because either, I mean, no matter who wins, they're still going to pass the 2 trillion support package.
Yeah,
That's going to weaken the currency anyway.
yeah, definitely. I mean, there's going to be a super influx of liquidity. I mean, I agree with you on that one. I don't know what they haven't. I mean, I don't know why they haven't passed that yet. But and that's the thing, Lloyd. And that's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you showed us how the U.S. dollar rallies on October, I'm sorry, on election November, for year after 4 year. But right now, it's quite different because not only we have an election like we haven't seen before, but we have that $500 billion relief bill that is on the back burner. I'm sorry, that is about to be signed. That I mean, that is about. I'm sorry, not signed. It's about to be passed. So, with the election and that influx of liquidity, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. I really don't know if I'm going to stay on the sidelines, or really because I mean, and I really want to. I really want to hear your thoughts about this, because of course there's going to be a really big opportunity to bank big on this election, right? Result, whether that be on the US dollar, whether that be on, yeah, I mean, US equities, whether that be on even Bitcoin, whatever, right? There's going to be an opportunity there, but the uncertainty that I feel right now, because I can't read what's going to happen, um it's keeping me on the sidelines, right? I don't know what you think about that.
For truth be told, I would say the USD is a bit hard to trade at the moment, but I wouldn't say I will be keeping at the sideline. Uh, I mean, whatever my setup show me, I'll still jump in. But if I were to bet big, I will actually go long on the S&P 500. It seems
Oh
that
yeah,
it seems that the polls are indicating that Biden is leading. And then remember, I think 2 weeks back I shared with you the chart that if Democratic president wins, usually
yes,
the equities rally. I'll bet on that.
I have the dude. I have that chart. I mean, I laminated that chart because of you. No, but I mean, but do you think it's going to follow through? Because I mean, I don't know. And the thing, Lloyd, is that and you know what? I don't know if you know this, but today, historically, is the best day of the year for the S&P 500.
Today,
Today, I mean, I mean, historically, I saw this on Instagram. I follow Market to Watchers. I don't remember the account, but they posted a fully historically um, gains and losses of the S&P 500 for the last I mean uh, 50 years or so, and today is the best day of for the S&P 500 historically, right? Having said that, I'm not gonna buy the S&P 500 right now, and I know you're short, so
yeah. I mean, if looking at it's hard to buy at the moment. Eh? Yeah, this is what I
exactly.
have. The price broke the 3,004, come back retested with a doji bar, and now it's showing bearishness. If
Yeah,
anything, I'll be adding my position to short all the way down to pop this
I,
level,
you know,
3,002.
I completely agree with you on that one. And I didn't take that short because I mean it was on my downtime, but I mean that level, that white level, I mean that's a 3400 level. I mean it looks extremely bearish, right?
Yeah. So, nah, I'm not going with the historical test.
Yeah,
So
me neither.
usually I will, but this time around I think I'll give it a skip.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I mean, I would also look at historic. I mean, at historic gains and losses. But today, I mean, today it's looking super eerie. Uh, and you know what? I mean, and you know what? I had a sell stop on the Nasdaq below those lows just before that bar started to print red, right? That 4 hour bar, the last 4 hour bar. But I don't know. I mean, but and this is just because of I mean, years and years of trading that. Every time that I take positions on U.S. equities during the APAC session, I get burned.
Yeah, just not destined.
So that is one of my rules. I don't take U.S. equities positions if it's not pre-U.S. market at least. But I mean, but it's looking super, 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 super bearish. And the other setup that I completely nailed, but I didn't trade it, was natural gas short.
I don't trade natural gas.
I don't trade natural gas either. I don't trade natural gas either. But I mean, if you can put on a natural gas chart,
Let's see.
uh-huh,
Natural, natural gas. Oops, wrong spelling.
uh-huh. There you go, currency.com, that one. So well, it rallied all the way up. When it was right there, hold on. No, put on the 1 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. Yeah, yeah, no, the 4 hour chart. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that's fine. When it was right there at the top at around exactly, but the other high right there. So I was looking at natural gas um, because a trader that I know was talking to me about it, right? and it was a slam dunk short with my rules and my setups and everything. But because I don't trade natural gas, I didn't take it, and it would have been like a 10% gain, on that
Woo!
short. Yeah, I mean, because you have no idea. The reward scenario on that short was amazing. But the thing is that because I don't trade natural gas, I don't follow the fundamentals. I don't understand. Well, I do. I mean, broadly, I do understand how natural gas behaves, but in my mind, I was thinking, how is it possible that I'm going to short natural gas right now if we are close to winter, right? In winter, normally natural gas prices just go up. Now
I would
you're just,
agree. Agree.
yeah, now you're just trying to find a trade, right, on natural gas.
Yeah. I mean, uh, I will actually go with the tendency to long natural gas simply because it's winter and people tend to use more heater. Heater actually burns more, uses more electricity compared to aircon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I mean, that's interesting because go ahead. Can you explain this to me?
No, I mean, just by virtue of electrical appliances consumption. So uh, during summer, people will tend to use more aircon. So during winter, people will tend to use more heater. So heater actually consumes more electricity compared to aircon. So that's why during the in the
Winter?
past during the winter months, I will actually tend to long oil, coal. I don't touch natural gas. Yeah, but I guess the same reasoning that during December it ought to rally.
Oh, so I was completely wrong about my fundamental reasoning. Thank you for that. Well, so I mean, that's an example. That's an example. I mean, and you know what? I mean, that's a great example. I always say that if you don't understand how a market moves and why a market moves the way that it does and what makes a market move the way that it does, do not touch it. Do not trade it. I mean, that's why I don't trade lean hogs anymore.
Oh yeah, let me show you some other charts. I
Yeah,
hope
go
some
ahead.
I hope some of you actually took cat yen yesterday because that was something which I shared. So there was this bearish bar, very nice at the again pretty similar thing inside bar and bearish broke up. So I actually took it. I think it's very near to my take profit at the moment. So hope some of you actually managed to take it. Yeah, see that was the only trade that triggered yesterday. Pound yen not so much. I think silver might possibly be setting up again.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. You know what? I'm waiting for that one, Lloyd, for the one in silver and gold. That retest.
So Euro PV I'm also waiting for a retest. I'm actually sometimes when I look at the weekly chart, when I see such nice rejections,
Uh-huh.
I tend to be directional about it. So such nice rejection, which means price don't really touch this area in the past, I tend to go short. So I'm just waiting for a retest of this.
I mean,
What
that
happens?
makes completely sense. And I mean, if you look the 1 hour chart, that the previous one. I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, if you no the 4 hour chart. I'm sorry. If you look at the 4 hour chart, the structure of the market right now is super bearish, right?
Yep.
Um, I mean, that retest would yield a nice risk to reward for at least a retest of the 175.22. Yeah, I do like it.
So hopefully it happens this week. I think the what was that? The correlated chart to this Euro Kiwi and Kiwi Swiss also same thing happening. So looking on the weekly chart, you can see that just now Euro Kiwi I was showing really nice rejection. Kiwi Swiss
Yeah.
also very nice rejection on the weekly chart. H4, same thing, broke out, just waiting for retest at this area. You see that
And
this is where price.
and the by hold on. For example, here this chart on the yeah on the Kiwi 3C, right? Um, what would you like to see before entering a trade? Because right now it's retesting your zone.
Probably this.
A dodgy.
No, either a rejection, a dojo. I was actually dojo. I'll actually trade it, but probably half a risk. Yeah, but a rejection pin bar would be nice for me to actually
Yeah,
jump into it.
what you want to see is a clear rejection.
Yep.
A long wick to the ones to the downside, and yeah, a small body to the upside. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it looks good. I mean, it looks very good.
This one, this will be tough, man. I didn't anticipate this breakout at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's because the I mean the Japanese yen right now is rallying super hard. Um, the Japanese yen futures rallied from 2 days ago till today about 1%. And that's why all Japanese yen pairs are just crashing.
Uh, okay. Eurosis,
Wow.
this may be something I'll be interested to trade in hours time if it's that bearish. Anybody want to join me?
You know what? I'm
Fine.
not too keen. I'm not too keen of trading the euro, the Swissy, just because of what happened 5 years ago.
Oh, that crash, right?
Do you remember? I mean, how irresponsible these guys are. Yeah, I mean, how irresponsible from, I mean, without notice, they went on a press conference and they just um, eliminated the floor of the exchange between the euro and the Swiss franc, and it crashed. I
Nobody
mean,
really expected that.
yeah, do you remember that? Even if FXEM had to went on have to go on bankruptcy after that one.
Oops, I think we hit the 8:10 limit. We'll be we need to sign off soon. But anyway, had a good chat with you today, Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll catch up next week. Thank you guys for joining us. Let's
Oh,
hopefully this week there will be more setup.
we have hit the time limit.
Yeah, I think so. Should be.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
do.
started at 8:40, right?
Exactly, I do think so. So thank you everybody for joining us, and I mean, thank you for hearing us ramble. And you know, if you want, I mean, if you want to trade with us, just email ATW, and you'll be right there with us on the team. I'll speak to you next week, Lloyd. Have a great weekend, and yeah,
All right. See ya. Goodbye.
cheers. Bye.